Hi, so I wanted to talk through something that is one of the reasons I haven't moved in the direction of Orthodoxy or Catholicism, and that's the subject of anathemas. So, an anathema is a legal separation from a visible body, a declaration that you are cut off from that visible body. And that's if you're a Catholic or an Orthodox person. That's my understanding of how it's used. uh, the question of what that visible cutting off means has changed through the centuries. In a large way, the 20th century ecumenical movement has made it a lot more unclear about what an anathema means. In Vatican II, there's a concept called invincible ignorance, which seems to mean that if you are descended from those branches of Protestantism, there's been enough time, distance between those branches' decisions originally and their offspring's inheritance of that tradition, where there's potentially an invincible ignorance assigned to people, Protestants downstream, that could mean that they're more excusable or in a position to efficaciously receive baptismal grace from the Catholic Church. And so they're not necessarily under anathema per se because they're invincibly ignorant compared to their forebears. There's some great content from Anglican Aesthetics on this that you can look at. His content goes into more depth on that. But on the Orthodox side, there is also a similar. The Synod of Jerusalem anathematizes a particular reading of justification by faith alone, similar to the Council of Trent on the Orthodox side. And so this raises a great question that is worth considering, which is, are the limits of union with Christ restricted to my church and its traditions? Or are the limits of union with Christ restricted to a real personal encounter with the living Christ, verified visibly through an ecclesiastical law in a tradition? That's going to create a broad divide, and there are further divides to consider. Does the historic form of the church and its development post-apostolic need to be retained, or can it be developed? Are you only allowed to say you are a church of the four marks, apostolic, holy, one, Catholic, if you maintain the original concept undergirding those structures in the Nicene Creed and the original ecclesiology? Or can you use those structures in confession with development?